Okay. Governor-elect Galen, the show is yours.
Okay, now, good evening, Lions. How's that, Dennis?
Whoop. No, you were right. You were okay before.
Oh, I was?
Yeah, yep. Go up to display settings and go back. Up
I
at the
didn't
top of
think
the
it would
screen.
keep
Yep.
that.
Yeah, it did. It stayed on the mode. So, okay, there you go. You're good.
So that's good there. I come up with adding this extra seminar this evening, and if there's anything wrong with it, let me know when we're done. If you like it, you've got about 5 people to thank for it because I shared this and we've added to it, we've tweeted it, and I'm very comfortable. I think we have a good presentation now. Club benefits from districts. It is a two-way street after all. I think I have visited all the zones this year except one, and I intend to visit that zone before the club year is over. But what I'm hearing for some of the clubs is, well, how do our clubs benefit from the district? Because they come to us, they want LCI contributions, they want us to some of our members to come up and serve in the district. But what does the district really get? Or what does the club actually get from the district? Clubs do support the district, but that's not all. Many Lions have found that local clubs have much to gain by attending district and state functions and by taking advantage of what is out there. If they never come, how are they supposed to know that there are grants, awards, recognitions, training, LCI, and Lions International, and Global Action Team? So as we take a look at this, first of all, grants. Club can receive grants through the district. They could be district grants. They could be from the Pennsylvania Lions Foundation. In 14C, they could be from Northeast Pennsylvania Lions Service Foundation. And there's LCIF Global Cause Grants as well. And we could spend the whole evening just on grants, but I don't want to do that. Awards and recognitions. It's so important, recognitions. If you recognize somebody, you may just give them a certificate and they take it home and frame it, hang it on the wall. Other people may put it in a drawer. It doesn't matter what they do with it. They got public recognition and it makes them feel good. There's the Melvin Jones Fellow. There's club recognitions such as the Club Excellence Award. That has to be approved by the district governor, but secretaries, presidents or secretaries submit that up and it's approved by the district governor. There's Counselor Distinguished Service Awards, Golden Lions. We in my own club, we have some Golden Lions that have had 50 years of service. See, even doing this presentation, I learned something. I didn't realize they were called rockers. But in 5-year increments, you get a rocker to go under or to hang underneath your membership pin. You don't get one at 5 years for whatever reason. The first one comes at 10, and then they come every 5 years. Clubs can receive training for officers in reporting. That is a big benefit, but a lot of clubs don't take advantage of it. We have Zoom training here tonight, not for officers, but we do have Zoom training for officers in reporting. The Learning Center, Lions University. Some people say, I don't want a degree, I'm not going there. Well, that's their loss because there's over 100 different courses you can take in the Lions University. Maybe you don't want the degree, but if you have an interest, take a look at what's there and expand your horizons. PDG Carey does an excellent job with RLLI, and that's one of the reasons I'm wearing a green jacket. We have the guiding lion for starting new clubs, district conventions, state conventions. Some clubs attend these very well, some clubs do not. Clubs can communicate too. They get a lot of information from Lions Club International and from Lions International. When you go into the portal, you'll realize that now there is Lions International because some countries do not have club in the name of it. And in some countries, it's more of a business function. So it's a two-way thing now. So portal will be an experience. I'll put a plug in for Dennis. He's doing that on Saturday at 9 a.m. So if you haven't signed up, I signed up today, sign up for that. But you can see there's all kinds of resources under there to help your club. Global membership approach. We're several years into this now, but the purpose is to rejuvenate districts with new clubs, revitalize clubs with new members. You know, where our clubs are aging. People aren't going to live forever. You better be replacing them. And that's part of revitalizing your club with new members. Remotivate members with fellowship and exciting service. And as you go into these three different things, global membership approach, the whole purpose is to grow membership across for our case, across North America and the rest of our region. Everything we need to serve and grow is in place. It doesn't matter how much we put out there. If it's not tapped into, it hasn't been taken advantage of. Global membership approach, we've touched on that. Global action team. What is it? Leadership development, Lions Club International Foundation, club marketing, Lions International brand. I already kind of mentioned about the new branding. Global Action Team D, which is on the district level. Districts have a gap positions. How many clubs know that they should be duplicating that? So we have Global Membership Team, Global Expansion Team, Global Service Team, Global Leadership Team, and then of course LCIF. Now this is kind of old. I shared this with our club a number of years ago. If your club is big enough, you can have a structure like this. Not all clubs are big enough to have all that. I know it's hard to see. If anyone wants this PowerPoint or PDF, I can send it to them, but that's available. You can see the order number down there if you wanted to get the original on it. Global Action Team for the club. Well, it's their suggested structure for clubs. The president is actually the Global Action Team chair compared to the district. Now, they also might be the membership chair. If you go back, you see there's a straight line going down through, right down through here. So this could go down to an appointed person down here, or the president could keep them themselves if it's not a big enough club. First vice president. Now, these are suggested structures. First vice president is leadership chair of the leadership committee. Service chair could be your second VP, or you could appoint somebody. Immediate past president in Shippensburg's case is the LCIF coordinator. But if you don't assign these out, everybody assumes somebody else is doing it. Club benefits from the district. It is a two-way street after all. Communications between clubs and districts is essential for success and growth. It is a two-way street after all, but only if clubs members are giving back to the district, state, and international by attending functions beyond the club level, serving on a district level, serving at a state level, and beyond. Lions leadership timeline. You should say, well, you know, I really want to go beyond my club, but how do I progress? Where do I go? Well, this shows it very nicely. You know, a lion, typically it's good if they're on the board of directors for 2 years before they become club president. But if you're building your club right and you have a first and second vice position, they're on the board anyway before they become president. And of course, a good place to go beyond that is to start with zone chair, and you migrate towards the right. And you can see, of course, we have council positions, international positions, and so the sky's the limit if you want to serve, and if you're willing to serve, if you're willing to learn. Leadership, Lions. There is an acronym for Lions, many of them, but this is one of them. Leadership, innovation, originality, networking, and service. And so these are all things that if you're a Lion, you can plug into at least a couple of these, if not all of them. Of course, we know we're after mission 1.5 right now. And this is something we all should be working on. I have some rigorous goals for our district next year. And if we're going to make this 1.5, we have to step up to the bat. We got to have bigger goals than we have the last few years. Will we meet them? Well, you put it out there and trust that people will stretch themselves and go after it. When you join a Lions Club, the other members become your brothers and sisters, your family. I have told my own club, home club already, when I came around and served the second time as president, I said, you know, I didn't have any brothers or sisters growing up. You're my family. And I don't know, maybe it's not like that for all Lions, but for me, Lionism is a family. Well, when you connect at the district and state level, your family now includes your cousins. Okay, so it expands out much further. Club benefits from district. The district is there to serve you, and it's important clubs understand that. Now I want to take chance for questions and answers. If you would like to hear more on training and or on recognition, courtesy of PDG Carey, I have 2 more PowerPoints that I could bring up, and we could just look at some of the slides on that. But I want to open this up now for question and answer time. I went through this rather quickly, but hopefully there'll be questions. Any questions?
Governor Galen, is it okay if I stop the screen share for right now?
Yeah, I was seeing how fast this went. I was going to pull over one of the other. I can either bring over leadership or recognition if somebody has a preference one over the other. The leadership shows some of the courses in Lions International. Recognition shows a lot of the awards. So if you stop sharing, maybe I can bring that one over.
Okay.
Any comments? If we're not getting questions, any comments?
Well, I would say that as a comment, for those who are, a lot of the folks on the seminar right now have moved up through different levels of service outside of their club level, but several of you are also club level, have not experienced a whole lot outside the club level. And just from my experience, it's very rewarding to go, and very refreshing, as well as very motivating to get out and see what's happening in other clubs, whether that's other clubs in your zone, or at a district convention, a state convention, going to an LCI convention, or especially motivating for me, one of the first things I went to as I started getting into when I was second vice district governor was the USA Canada Forum. And that was just a great place to, a great motivator, because of all the seminars that they have there, the information that you gain there, and the people that you meet are just really, really great. So all the opportunities are out there, for you to expand yourself, as well as to bring a lot of information back to your club when you step outside of your club.
Well, I'd be very willing to share this either as PowerPoint or PDF if somebody'd like to show it at a Zoom meeting or a Zoom meeting. It can go outside our district. That doesn't bother me at all if you find it useful.
Yes, Gail, and I thought it was, very helpful. Again, I think what we struggle with is trying to get people to connect and go beyond the club. And as Dennis said, a lot of, the U.S. Canada Forum is a wonderful place where you get together with all kinds of people. And sometimes it's not so much learning something completely new, as well as just having the experience of talking to other lines from other places and realizing that some of the issues that you're facing, they are facing too. And there are resources to address that. But I think a lot of times we kind of focus on that, going to learn a lot of stuff, need to learn. But sometimes just realizing that, a lot of clubs are in the same boat that your club is in. Sometimes you begin to realize that, hey, your club is in pretty good shape compared to some other clubs. But again, I think it's, just trying to get people to have those experiences and come away with that sharing of knowledge, and identifying people that you can then pick up the phone or email or text and talk with, your cousins and things like that. So I think this is, very helpful. Again, it's just trying to get people to take that step.
First Vice District Governor Gail, and one thing that I heard quite often at this year's Regional Alliance Leadership Institute is the joy that they had, the participants being with each other, learning from each other. And I had a couple requests that they would like to just gather as a group and talk amongst themselves to see how they are handling situations or fundraisers, to learn from each other, which I think is a great idea. I always enjoyed that, just talking with other Lions. This past weekend, Lion Debbie and I were invited up to 14F in Erie for their convention. And it was so nice meeting so many different Lions that I never met before, and hearing what they had to say, what fundraisers they were working with, and what service projects that were important to them. So it's great to get an overview of what's going on outside the club, outside your district, and how they feel about Lions.
Okay, well, like I said, I can bring up either one of these others, but maybe the attendees are very familiar with those. In the way of recognition, there's the Founders Tribute Plaque. There's a tribute medallion, of course, Carl Shoemaker from Beacon Lodge, Melvin Jones.
Galen,
Yes.
how about if you move on to the training PowerPoint?
Okay.
I was talking with a vice district governor today and I won't say him or her, but I was telling them that I challenged them because they're going to be second vice district governor in July. I said, by the time you're governor, I want to hear that you completed every course in the Lions Learning Center and every course online for Lions University, because I think both of those are so important to any line, especially a line that's moving into a leadership position. So why don't we run through that one pretty quick?
Okay.
No, offensive line. No, it's not you, no. Wow. You mean Jake Donnelly? Yeah. 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 I guess it makes me feel less.
All right. There we go. Get that off of there. Okay. Are we seeing this now? Learn, lead, and grow.
Hit your play again, Galen. Yeah, that's right. From beginning, yeah.
Oh. Well.
Well, we can see it, so you could just scroll down slide to
Okay.
slide.
I can
can't-
do it manually then.
Okay.
Okay, well, a big part of training, like I said, was RLLI, and I remember not like it was yesterday. We also have symposiums a couple times a year in Harrisburg, and they are well worth going to. This is what I would assume this was made up off the old portal, but anyways, the learning center where you can go in.
It looks the same.
Yeah, yeah. Some things have changed a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. These are just some examples of some of the classes that are
Yeah.
available in the Lions Learning Center. They're usually about 30 minutes long each. There's no narration, there's no video. It's just a slideshow with some questions involved.
Yeah. I might point out here on the screen right now is club presidents. And if you're a club president and you go in online, there will even be courses suggested that you take, and especially when you get in the VDG chairs, there'll be all kinds of courses in that you're assigned to complete. And if you go to St. Charles, you'll have the same deal. You'll have things to do, but here was this year's RLLI, and look at that crowd. Oh my.
Some happy lions.
The training that goes on there, you can't imagine unless you go. And you know, you don't have to want to be a district governor to go to RLLI. you can learn so much in all the other roles that you have. And I would highly recommend it. Of course, Lions University looks a little bit like this. Your bachelor's degree, you go in there and there's 10 that are required. You're only seeing a little glimpse of it there. Once you complete those 10, then you have another 10 that you pick 5 out of. So like I said, and each degree has this. You can see there how it goes down, what all's available. It's just unbelievable if you haven't gone there. I have worked through the bachelor and master's. One of the reasons I wanted the master's because I never got one from SU. I quit with my bachelor's, and I am quitting with my master's as well. We'll soon have, if we don't already have, 2 doctors in our district. But I'm satisfied not to go that far. But look, I mean, just looking at that, icebreakers, well, that would interest me. Even if I didn't want the degree, just go in and see icebreakers, see what it has to say. There are webinars that you can attend as well. There's just so much out there.
Yeah. Maybe either Galen or Carrie, could you talk a little bit more about how those courses are structured compared to the Lions Lions Learning Center?
Well, the Lions University courses that you view online are hosted. They're about an hour long, anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 10 minutes usually. And they are not just a PowerPoint, even though PowerPoints are involved. You do have a narrator that's involved or an instructor. There is a quiz at the end to take. And then once you pass the quiz, I think you saw, you get a diploma to print out. And I just found out the Lions University is much more detailed than what Lions Learning Center is. I almost expect Lions Learning Center to be more of I don't want to say elementary school, but it's really more basic. Whereas with Lions University is more detailed, more involved. Some of the classes are I guess I'll say they're very important for one thing. But there's some that are hard to understand, at least they were for me, but I got through them all. I decided during COVID just to sit down and take every one that they had available. They're still adding some on from time to time, but I thought that was the very best thing I could do and that I did, is rather than travel to some other part of the country or the world, is just to do it from right my own office on my own laptop to take all of these courses. And what's really nice is there's times where I get involved in something, some sort of program or whatever. And I thought, well, I heard about that in a class on Lions University. I don't remember everything about it. And all it is to do is a few clicks and you're right back to where you were and you could see what you didn't remember anymore. So it's so convenient for you and anybody can take it. There's no prerequisites. You don't, like I say, you don't have to travel. Yeah, it's really nice if you can go to the USA Canada Forum and get your degree from the international president, whichever degree it is. It would really be great. But I'd rather just that Lions do get the training. They do get the education because I think it's that important to us.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning the USA Canada Forum. That is exciting. When you complete your course online, you can print out a certificate of completion. But last year when I went to Reno, I had the privilege of receiving my bachelor's from Dr. Patty Hill and have a picture taken with her. Now, you have to go to your second one to receive your masters. So I'm already registered, have been for months, to go to Louisville, Kentucky. If you're not registered, get registered soon, or you're going to be in a hotel that's where the walking distance is longer. But that's coming up in September at Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. So there's year-round training. That's the nice thing about Lions University. If we have 3 feet of snow outside, it don't matter. You just go in. I also want to plug this. I am very proud of, I think we are what, at 18 now in our district on the Guiding Lion, Certified Guiding Lions. And
That
some
sounds about right.
some districts would really like to have that.
It was kind of interesting when I did vice district governor training for the first VDGs in January. And I mentioned about the Certified Guiding Lion program. So many of them gave me a strange look, like they had never heard of it. So I did tell them about it, you know, what's involved with it. I can remember we had, when I was the first vice district governor, we had 1. And now, like you say, we're up to about 17 or 18 now.
So reporting this shows ebooks, and it just remind me of the e-clubhouse for your clubs, and it's important to keep that stuff updated. And in fact, my own club slacked a little bit. I went on there, and our officers and our meeting place was 2 years old, and I said, "How are we to get new members in with this?" You know, and you know, it only took them like an hour to update it, but it had fallen through the cracks. And if I was new coming into a town and I opened up that club website and saw that it was 2 years old, I'd figure they weren't meeting anymore. So that's just an extra plug to put in here tonight. You know, check those in the district and those in your zone to see what their sites look like. But a multitude of things out there.
Galen, with this slide, I will say I find these ebooks to be really useful because they contain links when you're looking for some information about a particular topic and you use your ebook on your computer. The link is right there to take you to resource materials that are on the LCI website or other places. And I think they're a terrific resource to make sure that you know, if you are a club officer, to make sure that you download that ebook as a reference. And I think in each of our officer training seminars, we mention those and try to send them out afterwards.
Other comments, questions? I knew it ran short. I didn't want to be labored and be too detailed about it because I wasn't sure of the audience. And I figured, you know, if there was Q&As collectively, we could give answers to those or expand on what was in the slide presentation. But well, I thank everyone that logged in.
Thank you, Galen. Good job.
Thanks, Galen. You provided a lot
You're-
of good information.
Well, we hope so. And like I said, if anybody wants copies, I'm one that don't believe in working any harder than you have to or reinventing the wheel. You know, I mean, if somebody wants to take this and add to it, I don't care if they're lying. I don't care where they're using it. they're free to modify it, and I have no copyright on it. So, and thanks to the PDGs and District Governor Marty who helped tweet this and make it complete in the form that I presented it.
Well, thanks to everyone. Have a great night.
Good night,
Okay,
everyone.
thanks.
Right.
Yeah,
Night.
thanks.
Yeah.